I got called up for a TV show the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to fill in on Cooking with Alice on the ABC.
Did you do it?
Yeah, Alice in Frames.
Oh, that's fantastic.
She's from MasterChef.
I don't know who she is.
No, I didn't know either. But the producer rang up and said Archie Thompson's pulled out, this soccer player. And
don't say someone's pulled out. Don't ring up someone.
Well, it was the night before, so
yeah,
it was
but
urgent.
if you're good enough to be asked, you should be able to make it sound like.
She said she was next on the phone thing was Will Anderson. And I said, well, I can't believe you're putting me before Will Anderson because he's a big star.
Yeah.
But then she said, and we want you to cook roast chicken. I said, well, Will Anderson's a vegetarian. He's not going to love roast chicken.
So you wanted the gig.
Well, so what she said, so what happens on this show? And it's on at the moment, 6 o'clock Monday to Friday on ABC. Check it out, Cooking with Alice.
Yep.
She's a pretty good, amazing cook.
Well,
anyway,
she wanted to be. She's got a TV show.
Oh, 5 nights a week, Len. 5 nights a week.
What, half an hour, 5 nights a week?
Yeah.
So
you know that 6 p.m. time slot when you're getting your own dinner ready and you just...
So is it more run-of-the-mill stuff?
Yeah. But she's got a good flair for it. There's no doubt about that. The producer goes, so what happens is that you turn up with your favourite meal, and in your case, it's roast chicken. I said, well, that's not my favourite meal. She's like, well, that's Archie's favourite meal, so it's your favourite meal. Oh, all right, okay, I love roast chicken.
Already you're lying.
I know, I love roast chicken. So she goes, what's your favourite meal? I go, roast pork. She goes, no, it's roast chicken. Oh, okay, roast chicken. All right, roast chicken. And then...
You don't mind roast chicken, though, do you? Would you cook it at home?
Yeah, I've cooked roast chicken at home,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely. But I cook more lamb and occasionally pork. But anyway, and then she goes, and then Alice... The other thing is that you bring along something that you don't like, and she's going to flip you on it.
Oh, God, okay.
And so
How
she goes...
what do you mean she's going to flip? She's going to
You
come along and you say, I don't like
Well, it was
rhubarb.
capsicum. It was capsicum. She said, you don't like capsicum. And I said, I actually like capsicum. She goes, no, you don't like it. Archie didn't like it. You don't like it.
Television is one big lie.
I
I don't
know.
like this show. This is upsetting me.
No,
Anyway,
but they'd already bought the chicken and the capsicum.
I realise that, but that's not your problem.
Anyway, so...
The production should fix it and make it perfect for Dave O'Neill, who is a legend and a very good cook.
Well, she goes, so what don't you like? I said, capsicum. I don't like capsicum.
So you're lying. I'm going to watch the show back.
I like the red ones.
Yeah, and then we'll look at your look on your face when you're lying.
Yeah, when I'm lying. So anyway, I get there, and obviously Archie Thompson's not there. But by the time I'd walked on set, I was Archie Thompson. I headed the chicken like a...
I hate to say
I walk
it,
in with a bag with a chicken in it and go, hello, Alice. How are you? And I have my bag with the chicken in it, and then we get it out, and we cook it together. She's got some very good tips. She cooked the chicken upside down. So,
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So all the fat and juices run into the breast.
Will you do that?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because it's a great tip. It's a great tip. And then she's like...
I like it when the juices run into the breast.
Oh, yeah. Yum. Anyway, I'm more of a leg man myself. But anyway, she's like... Ooh, hello. Nurse. She's like... So you eat a lot of roast chicken? I'm like, oh, yeah. Because I said I'm an elite sportsman. I don't know if you know. I play soccer. I was Archie, you see.
Yes, I don't know who that is, by the way.
Archie Thompson's a Socceroo. Yeah, no, he was a big Socceroo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. Anyway.
And then we go into the capsicum. She goes, you hate capsicum? I'm like, yeah, I hate it. Can't stand
Oh, okay, and see where it's going now. Yep. Hate it.
Can't stand it. I actually punched it in the head. Well, they had some capsicums there. I was pushing them off the table. But then she made this amazing capsicum soup, right?
Yep.
Where she put it in the oven and roasted them. And then, it was really nice. Beautiful. She turned me around, Glenn.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, we're trying to make conversation on the show. And I said, so have you written any cookbooks? Because I didn't know who she was. No. Actually, I said, have you got any cookbooks? And she goes, yeah, I've got heaps. And she gestured to behind her where they've got all the props, you know.
Yeah.
I said, no, your own. Have you written any cookbooks? She goes, yeah, I've written 4. And I went, oh, sorry, I didn't know. She goes, well, how do you think I got this show? I said, I don't know. I've been overseas a lot, playing soccer.
Fair enough.
Anyway, be watching. I'll be on there soon.
But
6
yeah,
o'clock.
did you feel slightly foot in mouth? You said the wrong thing, maybe.
Yeah, because I didn't know she'd written 4 cookbooks.
Yeah, she didn't know anything about
me and my love of capsicum.
And that she should have rung you first rather than putting you on the extras list.
Yeah, with Archie Thompson.
Yeah,
he's a legendary soccer.
If they ring,
she did say, "Do you hate capsicum?" I said, "As much as I hate chili." She's like, "Why do you hate chili?" I said, "They beat us in the 2006 Cup."
Because I don't like it when people ask me to do something and they go, "We'd like to get you, Glenn Robbins or Russell Coight," and they spell Russell Coight Coit. You go,
they couldn't be bothered looking at the spelling.
If you can't spell my name properly, then I'm not going to give.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm fussy like that.
Well, be watching 6 o'clock Cooking with Alice, Glenn.
Did you know when it comes out? Can you tell me?
Soon, I think. I don't know.
Did you wear your own clothes?
Yep.
Yeah. And did you really? They have a chicken there for you?
Yeah. Chicken's beautiful.
No, meaning you didn't have to bring anything really.
No, I didn't have to bring anything really. And also because it's a cooking show, they have one that they put in the oven, and then they have one that they pull out that's already cooked.
Yeah.
They have like a food technologist there who worked on MasterChef.
They do a dessert?
No dessert. No, actually, did we have a dessert?
Oh, they probably would have done a dessert if you had disliked it.
Yeah, I should have said I dislike pavlova.
I don't like pavlova either.
I love pavlova. I just want to eat it.
I don't like it's too much sugar.
Oh, come on!
It's all a lot of nothing. It's crunchy meringue with a
meringue.
lot of cream.
Love it.
I want density. I want moisture. I don't want just sugar and crunchy stuff.
All right, well, you go on Cooking with Alice and say you don't like pavlova. She'll turn you around, Glenn.
My phone, maybe it did ring. I can't remember.
Here's some music.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Anyway, here we are with two of Australia's #1 comedians and cooking experts.
You're perfect for a cooking show.
Well, I love cooking, so...
and you're self-taught.
Yeah. Or I used to ring up Mum, get her on the phone.
Yeah.
How do you cook a schnitzel? But I quite like cooking. Anyway, look, we've got to get the topics. We got 2 topics. Got to work out how they're related, don't we, on this show?
Yeah.
Got to do Archie Thompson and roast chicken.
Yeah, there you go. Where will Sam take us today?
Yeah, well, we
should have Tinkle Tinkle. Where will she take us today? Where will she take us today?
We had food last week, didn't we? So it may not be food. We had meat pies last week.
Meat pies. Yeah, we had meat pies. Yeah, and we
coffins.
Both went a little bit crazy for the meat pie.
Love meat pies.
Okay, so maybe she won't go food.
Maybe not. What are the topics, Sam?
Curious George and star charts.
Oh.
What's a star chart?
I think star charts are a number of things. They're like your horoscopes, but they're also up in the sky. So you know when they look at, and you've got like the Big Dipper and you've got the saucepan?
Yeah.
Someone came up with that. Someone came up with that, looks like a saucepan, and put it in a book called a star chart. And then there's horoscopes, which are star charts as well.
And then you can refer to those if you want to do navigation.
Yes. Aren't Aries and all that in the sky too, like Gemini?
All the 12 of them are up there, but there are others as well. I mean, are they constellations or are they charts? Or is that the same thing?
And the Southern Cross. So when you look up in the sky, what can you ever see any of them?
Because my dad used to be very good at that. So
really?
He's pretty good at it too. But she goes there. I mean, everyone goes for the obvious. Where's
Southern Cross?
There's the pointers over there, and I always get them wrong. I'm in another part of the sky going, oh yeah, I can see the Southern Cross. But obviously the Southern Cross was found for navigation.
Yeah,
in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
Do you see the Southern Cross in the Northern Hemisphere? You probably don't.
Probably don't.
The Earth spins around the other way, and off you pop.
The Northern Cross.
So so it's like a grid system, basically.
Yeah.
It's like a pin cushion with pins in it, where you go, if you draw a line between that one there and that one there, you'll end up with the bear or the crab bear. Or or Aries or so. And then you look at those and you go, oh, that's there now. So if I sail that way today, I'll be heading that way.
Yeah, pretty amazing when you think about it. That's how they used to get around. By looking at the stars.
Because I know I think there's a tattoo you can get on your arm which helps you with a certain thing if you're a navigator.
Southern Cross tattoo?
Well, yeah.
I think that just says you're a bogan, doesn't it? The Southern Cross.
And it says, what does it say across your chest?
Such is life. Ned Kelly.
No, but I think there is there is a certain one that you have to remember. So you put it down here. But
really?
Yeah, and then I think it's
in a movie.
Yeah, where you have a tattoo, then you can. I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. So that's what they are.
Yeah, it's a star chart, man.
It's a star chart, and someone came up with it to help them get around the planet, I guess.
In the city here, we have too much unnatural light, so it can be hard. You know when you go to the country and you can see the stars so much brighter?
Well, I don't want to say where our beach house is, but it's one of the number one. No, hang on. It's a top-rated dark spot.
Oh, really? Well, in Sydney now, in a national park up on the northern beaches, they've got all dark. They've got a dark area now.
That's what it is down there, too.
Really? Is it too?
It's designated. It's known for it.
Really?
I don't want to
That's why you chose it, because for flashing.
Well,
I'm in the dark spot. Like, oh, what's that
I'm
man?
not making it up for a joke.
What's that man doing over there?
Because you are down in a very affluent area not far away.
Yeah, it's not dark down there, is it?
Well, not yours is not, but mine.
We're not in a dark spot.
No, but we are renowned for our darkness.
Okay.
You don't sound impressed, but I'm actually being quite honest.
Because in Sydney, and it's better for the...
Well, Sydney, yeah.
And they have like these... I've been watching that show. Oh, what's it called? Monkey. It's Vince Vaughn. I like Vince Vaughn. He's funny. You know Vince Vaughn?
Oh, yeah.
He's in a show called Monkey Man.
Oh, I've heard about that. It's on Apple.
Yeah. He's a detective. It's a series of books.
Didn't look good in the ad, but anyway. Is it good?
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's always watchable, I reckon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so where he is on the Florida Keys, they've got like these red lights they have at night. And I think they've got them in Sydney too, where they don't affect the wildlife or the natural light. They've got red street lights kind of thing, where they don't affect the crabs, apparently. Yeah.
Well, there's no doubt that humans come along with all their street lights and their house lights, and you do compromise, you know.
So hang on, in your beach house area, there are no street lights, or it's just dark, is it? Or
yeah, there are. There are street lights.
Surely the copper across the road, you know, keeps an eye on the street. He likes a street light. We need more street lights.
He doesn't speak like that. He's quite refined.
He's probably a former commissioner or something like that.
Could be.
Glenn.
All I know is that you don't be making jokes about him.
Don't be making jokes.
You'll just disappear.
Yeah.
He'll send someone round and off you pop and you'll never be seen again.
I do love looking up the stars, though.
I wish I knew more when I looked up.
I know. Because that's the thing.
You want to be able to tell your kids the story.
Kids ask you, and you're like, I don't know. There's stars. Look at that one. Then it's a satellite. God, there's so much satellites up there now.
Well,
so much space junk.
Satellites are hard to see in the city, but you're right. Because we all know that my UFO occasion. Do we?
Yeah, we've visited.
How many times have I told that story?
A few times. And you rang up whoever, and they said, "Yeah."
It does sound like you're dismissing it. It was a pivotal moment in my life.
Look,
I
you
thought
had a
we're
bowl
not
of whiskey,
alone.
and then yes.
I was drunk, lying in the gutter, looking up at the stars, and
the UFOs were circling over the Danny Dongs, weren't they?
They were. They flew faster than anything I've ever seen fly, and then they drew squares.
They wanted to go to the Cuckoo restaurant. They'd heard about it. I loved a smorgasbord. It was a cuckoo.
See, you mock me, but this was real, and they are real, and they're coming to get us.
Wow.
I think Donald Trump is an alien.
Trumpy.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But
they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. 4 more years. I can't believe he got back in. Oh,
well, that was a couple. Aren't you over it yet? That was weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. Well,
get used to it, dude.
Hello to our American listeners. I know we have some, but I feel sorry for the people that didn't vote for him, but have to live with him now. You know what I mean? It's always hard.
Yeah. Look,
there's a big divide in that country.
It is a big moment in Australia.
What's he going to do? He's crazy. Didn't he? He's crazy.
Oh, don't, Dave.
He's a bit unhinged.
I shouldn't have said Donald Trump because I can see you harbouring.
I just think that they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. One of the greatest quotes ever. Now, okay.
I don't want to talk about it because it's already been spoken about enough, and we should move forward.
But him and Elon Musk. This is pretty funny. I read this on there. Him and Elon Musk have had between them. They've had 17 children between 6 women. That's pretty incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Donald Trump has had how many? Just two wives?
Yeah, 2 wives. Elon Musk must have had 3 or 4.
Yeah. X marks the spot. Is that?
Yeah.
Very clever.
They could talk about their hair transplants.
What star sign are you?
I'm Taurian.
So what is that? Is that now? Does that mean there's a? Is that what is the
bull?
A bull. Does that mean there's a bull up in the sky if you see Taurian?
Yeah, there must be a bull up there somewhere.
Because I'm a goat. I don't think. I think
They're
they just
goat?
call. I don't think it means there's a goat up there.
You kind of be like a goat. You
What?
I don't know. You hang out on hills. I don't know. We're back to the dark.
Always
spot.
climbing.
Always trying to get to the top.
I don't know what.
Yeah, but you're not that ambitious. I've met more ambitious people. That's for sure.
You watch when there's a hint of this show being sold. I will just step over
rid
you,
of me.
and I will go somehow related. And it's only one guy doing it.
Yeah,
and they do the TV version.
Yeah,
and I will use you as a stepping stone to the movie that I've already got in my mind for somehow related, starring Tom Cruise.
Wow!
Don't get me started. I've got a script and everything. AI wrote the script.
AI wrote the script.
I put in somehow related to Tom Cruise, and they came up with a movie.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
So I'm going to put it into my phone.
I'm a bull.
Your birthday is the 8th of May. I'm going to put in the 8th of May, and I'm going to come up with. I'm going to put in 8th of May. Celebrities born on your day.
Oh, I can tell you who was born on my day.
Go.
Henry John, the founder of Red Cross. Do you know him?
No, I'm thinking more showbiz. But anyway, good on him.
Who else was born on the 8th of May?
I'm having a look. Don't know him. Harry Truman.
Oh, Harry Truman, the US president.
Yep.
He'd be turning in his grave right now.
I don't know that.
What's going on in America?
Oh!
Who's that?
Don Rickles.
Oh, I love Don Rickles.
Here's the point.
He's the insult comic.
If you take the stars for what they are, then you would have some sort of character semblances to...
Don Rickles.
Yeah.
He was like a roaster. He'd just go and roast people, wouldn't he?
That's Sam Pang's number one.
He saw him twice perform live.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yep. He loves Don Rickles.
And he always say to the guy down the front, "Oh, you're with your what? You're not with a normal woman. Who's this woman? Where's Candy tonight?" That was his thing. And he also said the good one, "Hey, you're a very beautiful woman. Blink twice if you've been kidnapped."
What do you say to Monroe? Get back in the truck where I told you, or something like that when she walked in.
Oh, really?
Monroe? Yeah, get back in the truck.
Funny.
Not very kind. Okay, here we go. So, would you agree that if the star signs are right, you have some semblance of talent?
Sure.
Anthony Field, you're a Wiggle.
A Wiggle? Really?
You are a founding member of the Wiggles. Anthony Field.
He's the one that hung on, isn't he?
Did I say David Attenborough?
He's the one who's still there.
He's still there. And when they do the dance scenes, he doesn't dance that much.
No, he's probably
And they give him a guitar, and he plays the guitar. You go, hang on, everyone else is dancing. You're just playing a guitar. Well, I don't hear a guitar in this song.
Murray Wiggle told me once that he played the guitar so he didn't have to dance.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And I think if you're in a kids band and you're doing 8 shows a day.
What's your date of birth? You're very close to Christmas, aren't you?
I'm 30th of December. You're looking up who I'm famous for.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
A lot in common with this guy.
What? Who?
Tiger Woods.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah.
Love of golf and women.
Oh, well, and
you crashed your car?
Yeah, well, I crashed my car the other day.
Oh, another sportsman, LeBron James.
Basketballer?
Yeah. Famous.
Big, successful, I can dribble and shoot. Bang! There you go.
Oh, a few musicians.
Yeah.
Patti Smith.
She's
incredible.
She's
Patti Smith.
What do you know about her? You've got something on everybody.
Oh, Patti Smith. She took time off to bring up her kids. I know because my wife read a book.
Who do you think out of all of on that page, who's most like me? Who do you reckon is most like me?
Hang on. Davy Jones from the Monkees.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's from the Monkees. The singer of the Monkees, isn't it? That's Davy Jones.
It's one of their songs. People don't like us singing.
Daydream Believer.
Daydream
Believer and a homecoming queen. You know, how's this? I've forgotten about this. You know the guy that complained that we were singing?
Yeah.
I know him. He works with my brother.
Was he trying to be funny?
I don't know. He works with my brother Mark at the school. Remember we talked to Mark? Because he said, one of my other friends sent me a message and said, Damo was rap that you read out his complaint. I'm like, was that Damo? I had no idea. Yeah.
So Damo could have easily
just told my brother.
Told your brother and said, stop him from doing impersonations.
Could have sent me a text message.
Could have done directly. He could have approached you at the school fete.
How's that?
Yeah.
I saw him the other night at a comedy gig.
You saw not the actual guy?
Yeah. I haven't.
Did he say anything?
No, not since. No.
Okay, he's probably listening now.
Yeah, Damo. He's always wears shorts.
Damo, we're onto you, mate. Yeah. You can't. This goes to show you can't write something down and it not necessarily catch up with you.
Well, he admitted to it. So, Bo Diddley, also another great musician.
30th of December.
Yeah.
Is that him?
That'd probably be him. Yeah, he had all those riffs. Well, I think we've talked about star charts.
I think we have.
Let's talk about
Pegasus.
That's up in the sky. Let's talk about Curious George. Curiouser and Curiouser. Now, do you know Curious George? Because I know him because I've got kids. So he's a monkey.
I have never heard of Curious
So,
George.
okay.
The only thing I know about him...
The man in the yellow hat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know his origin story, but he's basically a naughty monkey who drives around with the man in the yellow hat. And the man in the yellow hat just sort of picks him up. And like the one story that my kids absolutely loved was Curious George and the Chocolate Factory. So he goes with the man with the yellow hat for a tour of the chocolate factory.
Right.
And then the tour guide's taking him around. All of a sudden, Curious George is on the floor, mucking around with the chocolates and getting involved and eating the bananas. And in the end, Curious George becomes the hero because he comes up with a new lolly or something. I can't remember. But there was a Curious George movie, which I went and saw with my son.
It sounds like is it... I get the feeling it was European at its roots.
Yeah, it's interesting. The two people that made it were a husband and wife team. What was their name? Something May. And they escaped. They went to Paris from Berlin. I read about them.
Yeah.
A really interesting story. And then they put the manuscript of the first Curious George book, and they escaped Paris on bicycles.
No, they made that up.
No, they did. They rode into Spain on bicycles.
It's all very well, just so they got a bit of a backstory.
And then they caught the boat to America, and then
la-di-da.
they came up with Curious George.
Curious. I mean, that's the best title, because the monkey was a bit curious.
He's a bit curious.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, could be, like Randy George. That's not as good for the kiddies, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Look, what's Randy George doing again?
Yeah, pick something out of your bum and eat it, George.
So anyway, I remember in the movie Curious George, which Jack Johnson did the soundtrack, one of your mates, surfing mates. You know.
He's your mate. He was in the crowd the other day in one of your gigs, wasn't he?
No, that's Jack Jones.
Oh, wow.
Jack Johnson's a Hawaiian guy who sings, some things are better together.
I got to say, I'm not a fan.
You don't like Jack Johnson?
No.
Great songs.
Dinky, dinky.
That's
dinky,
it.
Ding, dinky, dinky, dinky.
Some things are better
dinky,
together.
Dinky,
I
all
challenge
the songs
you.
Sound like that to dinky, dinky, dinky.
Okay, so if you
Sorry,
saw him
Jack,
in the
if you're
surf,
listening.
you wouldn't talk to him. You go, I don't like your music.
Well,
he's a very good surfer, isn't he?
A couple of weeks ago,
some things are better together.
I was talking about being diplomatic about certain situations, and if I met him,
they say Taylor was a good man. Taylor was.
So if I met him, if he's in the surf, would I talk to him? That was your question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably about surfing.
But I wouldn't bring up that I didn't. Like some people say to me, "Oh, yeah, I've seen your show. I don't like it." I go, "Why would you say that?"
Why would you say that? Scenario: you're in Hawaii, where he lives, right? You're surfing. You're having a great day. You go back on the beach. It's getting late. They've bit of a campfire.
I'm loving it.
They've got some traditional Hawaiian food. Jack's there with his wife, or they're all very attractive people, obviously, probably. They're all sitting around, and then he just pulls out his guitar. What do you do?
Yeah, but I think you need to add to the story that there's something implicit that I will gain from him singing, even though I don't like it. And something like, if I knew all the words to the song, or something like that.
And I know, you know what he says? He gets a guitar and he goes, "Any request, Glenn?"
Yeah. And then someone from the other party goes, "Glenn, I just want to say, the deal that you're making to do with us, because I'm negotiating a deal with someone famous, with Kelly Slater, to play me in a movie as a surfer, and if you know this song, if you sing along with this song, this is bad. You got to get the deal.
So, and you could do
something has to be at stake.
Some things are better together. Oh, he's got some great songs.
Would you listen to more than one in a row?
Yeah, I listened to it the other day. I like him.
Okay.
Anyway, look, it's not about Jack Johnson, but he does
Curious
do the
George.
music.
Curious George.
Curiouser and
It's
Curiouser.
a cartoon. Was a picture book cartoon. It's become a television show. Mm-hmm. Has it become a movie?
Yeah.
Okay. It's still very
doesn't
popular.
speak. He just goes.
Does he wear pants?
No. I don't think he does
he
wear
wear
pants.
a hat? Does he wear...
No, the man in the yellow hat's got a hat. Does he wear pants? I don't think he does wear pants.
So he's a naked monkey.
He's a naked monkey.
Not that can monkeys
They should
be
do
naked?
Curious George in Bali, shouldn't they? Curiouser and Curiouser. Then he bit someone's face off.
Yeah. The monkeys in Bali are really scary.
The man in the Bintang singlet came towards him.
That's funny.
Curiouser got Curiouser and Curiouser. The man tried to grab him in the headlock, so he bit him in the face.
And then he pulled his whole face off because of Curious George is so strong.
The man in the yellow hat said, I don't know that monkey. No idea who that monkey is. The man in the yellow hat was like, why is he hanging around with this monkey? What's his role here? Just some odd sort of guy would drive a convertible.
Who were famous people that Michael Jackson had a monkey?
Oh,
Bubbles.
And Bubbles is still alive. Google it the other day. I don't know why I was Googling.
Oh, why would you Google?
No. Bubbles the monkey.
Are pets of stars still alive?
Bubbles is in a zoo in Florida.
Oh, that's good. Well, it's not good. It should be out in the wild, as we've always said.
Well, sitting at basketball the other day, one of the other dads, there was a kid called Tito. I'm like, Tito, that's got something to do with Michael Jackson. And then he's like, that's the monkey. I said, it's not the monkey. It's something. It was his brother.
Right.
Tito, remember Tito Jackson?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That was his brother.
Well, I stayed at a house in LA, and the next door neighbours was Jermaine Jackson.
Oh.
So Jermaine Jackson's ball would come over the fence when they were,
We interviewed him on the radio, and like this is the thing about when you interview those guys. Like when we interviewed Cyndi Lauper, she turned up honestly with 8 people, I reckon, like makeup, manager, agent.
Well, you've got a couple of people over there on the couch that you travel with. Well, what have you got?
I've got a monkey. I've got my own monkey.
You got your masseuse over there.
Yeah,
you got your Pilates
my manager,
your manager. And I think it's
hairdresser.
I come with nothing. I just come.
Anyway, we had also Ice-T come in with about 8 people.
Yeah.
So he had his girlfriend, his manager, his mate. They have a big entourage. Some of these guys.
Yeah.
And when Jermaine Jackson was coming in, we were all saying how big's his entourage going to be.
He came by himself.
I think he got the tram there.
What?
And he was just like, yeah, I've said to Michael, you should. Because he lives in Dubai, Jermaine Jackson now.
Oh, did it? Right.
Yeah, Dubai or something like that. He's like,
yeah.
You got to move to Dubai. I've told Michael, move to Dubai. You don't get hassled in Dubai. There's no paparazzi.
So he's happy in Dubai.
Jermaine loves Dubai. Anyway.
Does he listen to this show, do you reckon?
I don't reckon he does.
I reckon he does. What are some famous monkeys from the movies?
Lancelot Link.
Yeah. That scared the shit out of me, that show.
Yeah. They had chimpanzees, weren't they?
Yeah.
They put peanut butter on their mouth to make them talk.
Yeah.
It's cruel.
What's the number one monkey that's famous? King Kong.
It's a gorilla, I think.
Okay, it's a gorilla. Right. Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah, I love Planet of the Apes.
Was that a classic book?
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't think it was a book. Was it a book or was it TV? It was a movie.
I just remember it was back in the day when they didn't have sophistication that they have nowadays. And they all had rubber faces that didn't move properly when they talked. You're going, oh. But then again, it didn't matter. It's like the shark in Jaws.
Yeah, we didn't care.
You didn't care. You don't care if the shark looked like a big bit of rubber, like a big lilo. You didn't care because you're into the story. Oh, what about, what's her name? She was into monkeys. The woman who spent a lot of time, Jane Goodall, didn't she?
Yeah. They were apes. Well, they were gorillas.
I don't know. I used to see photographs of her doing that thing, and she was cuddling the monkeys all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, don't
call me crazy.
Don't cuddle the monkeys.
Don't cuddle them.
In Pirates of the Caribbean, there's a famous monkey, Johnny Depp's monkey. It's got a name. My son's got a teddy of it. It's a famous monkey.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That little monkey.
Those little ones that run up and sit on your shoulder and go, and then pick things
and then bite your face off.
Yeah.
I think it always comes back to that. There was a phase in Australia in the 70s where people could have pet monkeys.
Terrible.
We talked about this on the radio, and this woman from Toorak rang up and said they had a pet monkey because they were all kind of the rage in rich families to have a pet monkey. But she said you'd get them, then they're really cute when they're little, and they grow up to be like...
They get like teenagers.
And this tradie rang up and said there was a tradie in Werribee, which is in the west of Melbourne. He had a monkey, and he used to sit in the ute and glare at people on the work site.
They get angry.
Just staring at people. Glaring at them.
You do the ones in Bali. I mean, we've all seen them there. But you don't look.
Don't mess with them.
Don't mess with them.
Don't mess with the monkey.
They go. I will come and piss on you, or I'll.
They grab stuff off you too, don't they?
Yeah, they steal stuff off you. Yeah.
Monkeys.
Yeah.
All right, have we done enough on monkeys? I'm Curious George, Curiouser and Curiouser. You know what's a good thing about the graphics are really good. They're classic. If you see a Curious George cartoon or book, the way that they've designed them are fantastic.
Really?
Couple. Yeah, they look really good.
That's because your partner has said that.
Yeah, she's an illustrator, but also the style is classic, I reckon. It's really good.
It's a normal drawing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a normal drawing.
Yeah. But having said that, have you got any Curious books?
Yeah, at home. We got the Chocolate Factory one. Yeah.
Okay.
Got a few Curious George books at home. Yeah.
I think you should change your name to Curious Dave.
Curious Dave.
A stand-up name. Yeah.
Curious Dave and what do you want to be, Pervy Glenn? Not the best one, is it? Curious Dave, Handsome Glenn.
Who was that? That David Letterman.
Dark Spot Glenn.
David Letterman did a thing where he was interviewing politician who had done something inappropriate on a sexual level with someone who was of not the correct age. He came on the show and Letterman said to him, what were you thinking doing that? And the guy said, well, I was curious. And Letterman said, when I'm curious, I put on the Discovery Channel.
Fantastic.
I don't do that inappropriate behaviour.
Yeah,
It was a good line because it must have been,
That's a good line.
When I'm curious, I put on the Discovery Channel. I like to be curious. Do you think?
I'm a very curious
I think
person.
you're very curious.
Yeah.
I think you'd like to drill down on things. I think as you get older, you get more curious.
Yeah, I always read all the papers and, read stuff and watched stuff because I was always curious about the world. Not so about monkeys, though. I'm not that into monkeys. I'm not that into,
Not monkeys at all.
Nah.
Hey, kids out there, if you're listening, don't ever stop being curious.
No, you got to be curious.
Because even as you get older, there's always something, as my auntie used to say, you can always learn something new.
And also, you only said she wanted to go to uni and do feces.
Feces.
One of the great quotes.
Hey, it's a bit of a tip out of the blue. Martha, the TV show.
Martha
on
Stewart.
on Netflix.
Martha Stewart.
Really good.
What's it about?
It's about her. It's a life story that she tells you.
Oh, Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah, she was a model.
Yeah.
Very attractive woman, and that's why she said she could never watch Mad Men, because it so much reminded her of those days when they would treat women terribly. Because she was an attractive young woman. She said these advertising guys would just used to get them in and make them parade up and down for their own pleasure and stuff. Did she talk about that?
They should bring that back.
They should bring that back. Pervy Glenn. Curious Dave.
I was telling a friend of mine the other day, because often when you get together with your friends, you say, what have you been watching lately? And he said, I've been watching The Diplomats. And he said you should watch it. It's really good.
One of my other friends is watching that.
Yeah, it's really good. What is it? Is it international espionage?
Yeah, it's set in England with the girl from Felicity.
Gritty and tough. And,
yeah.
And I didn't
Rufus Sewell's in it.
I didn't have anything to bring to the table of
What'd
gritty
you say?
drama. I said, you should watch Martha. And he goes, oh, what's that all about? And I said, it's about Martha Stewart. And he goes, oh, I don't know who that is. And then I said,
is?
Well, I don't think he knew who she was, but didn't really know much about it, as not many people do. And then I said, oh, well, she was like this really, and I tried to make it interesting. She's like this really,
she's a pioneer in cooking.
She's a really good cook, and she's really good with housewares and stuff like that. She had a magazine, and she was really big on morning television in the US.
It's huge. And then she went to jail for insider trading.
Insider trading, which is the big...
And that's a beat up, really.
And as I describe it, it doesn't sound that interesting. But if you do watch it, she tells the story, and then what she went through and what she learned through going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So if you go to jail, if you're on your way there now, be curious.
Watch Martha.
Yeah, watch Martha. Anyway, I don't know why I told you that.
Let's have some thinking music, yeah? All right, thinking music. So a bit of curious, a bit of Jack Johnson. So
No.
Some things are better together.
Well, we could have the theme.
Is this the way it's meant to be?
Theme from the theme from Curious George.
Yeah, what is it? I think it's Jack Johnson.
It's not.
No, the movie's definitely Jack Johnson.
Could we do someone doing star charts on one of those morning shows? There was an old lady.
I got something for you.
Oh, you can't do that. You'll upset the producer.
That was only like you can do under a certain amount. You didn't like that one? This is the actual. Ooh,
Courtney's having a conniption.
That's a Curious George soundtrack. That's Upside Down. Have you heard that one?
Is that? It is not the
Upside Down. I love it.
I must admit, I don't see you as a. Don't.
A Jack Johnson guy.
Would you drive around Would you drive down?
I love it.
And would you bob your head up and down?
Upside down, saying that to Damo, stop complaining.
I reckon. Anyway, I don't want to say anything because I'm sure he's a lovely guy and he loves to surf and yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to play that guitar. Any requests, Glenn? All right, what thinking music are we going to have?
I reckon. Is there in movies? Is there someone? Is there a scene where someone's staring up at the stars and sort of being romantic in there? Do you remember that scene in Wayne's World 1 or 2? I can't remember, where they're on the bonnet of the car near the airport and they're just Garth and Wayne.
Love Wayne's World.
Love Wayne's World.
Wayne's World's really funny.
Really funny. I
Austin
agree.
Powers.
They're on the bonnet of the car near the airport and they're waiting for the plane to go over, but they're staring up at the stars.
And they're talking.
And they're talking and being quite whimsical, quite honest. And they have quite a funny conversation.
Let's play that.
Yeah.
Let's play that. Here we go.
Sometimes I wish I could boldly go where no man's gone before. But I'll probably stay in Aurora. What are you thinking about?
Cassandra. She's a fox. In France, she would be called La Renarde, and she would be hunted with only her cunning to protect her.
She's a babe.
She's a robo-babe. In Latin, she would be called Babia Majora.
If she were a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln. Did you ever find Bugs Bunny attractive when he'd put on a dress and play a girl bunny?
No. No.
Neither did I. I was just asking.
Okay. Keep looking up.
Okay.
Oh,
Funny.
love
That show, I tell you, that movie, good jokes, great characters, just that really nailed it. And you know, sometimes that came from the whole SNL
Sketches.
people that make the step from TV sketch comedy to doing a movie. And there's been some great movies. There's been some average ones, but there's been some great ones.
Blues Brothers, that was one.
Tommy Boy, I thought was great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, some of them are great.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's good to develop the characters on TV and then take it to the movies.
Yep.
We watched the Kath and Kim movie the other night. It was very funny. We were laughing our heads
good.
off.
Oh, that's good.
Rob Sitch playing the
Yeah.
the king or
Yeah.
whatever. Or,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a very hard transition to make, though. It's really hard.
It's hard because if you take a character that really is only it's a sketch character, often they don't have enough depth in them to last for a movie. But with Wayne's World, they did.
I've got some exciting news for you. I didn't want to tell you. I wanted to tell you, but I've been in contact, and there is going to be a Russell Coight movie, and guess who's going to do the soundtrack? You won't believe it. Jack Johnson. That's a deal breaker for Glenn.
Ozzy Adventures.
They say Russell Coight was
To hit
a
the
good
road.
man.
To hit the road.
What's your answer?
Don't beat me up on the street for all those people that love Jack Johnson.
All right, what's your answer there?
I reckon your mates who wrote this, who were in Europe, wandering around, I reckon there is a constellation called Curious
I was
George.
going to say the same thing, but
Well, it's kind of obvious, isn't it?
I was going to say there's a Curious George. Some scientists love Curious George, some astronomer or whatever, and named a constellation after him.
Oh, I see. So you're going, it goes the other way.
Yeah, I
so
reckon
he's
there was
found
a fan.
a new constellation.
Yeah, and said that's the Curious
'Cause
George.
they're never going to run out of constellations, are they?
No. What is the answer, Sam?
The creators of Curious George were also the creators of Accessible Star Charts. Curious George is a children's book written and illustrated by Margaret Ray and H.A. Ray. In 1954, Ray also adapted his star charts for Find the Constellations, an astronomy guide specifically targeted for children.
So who's able to turn his hand to a number of different things?
Yeah, what an incredible individual.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
We have a few of those people on this show, and I can't remember other people who've done it, but we have people who are good at one thing and then they're good at another. They're annoying. I'm not really good at anything.
Oh, what do you mean? You've created some legendary characters. Don't be hard on yourself.
Well, yeah, okay.
Don't be hard on
I can do it.
yourself.
I can do a bit of a comedy character. When I go up to heaven and I knock on
They'll
the
say,
gate.
what
I
did
go,
you
what
do?
did you do good for the people? And I go, I did a couple of comedy characters. And I go, oh, there were those people.
Were you
were
Con the
diamond-
Fruiterer? No, it wasn't him. I was another
Oh,
one.
were you Colin Carpenter? No.
Were you Air Stewards?
I was Uncle Arthur. Yeah, don't remember him. Yeah, anyway, come on through if you've done something. Yeah.
No, I think that's good. Now, I've got a monkey joke. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
This is quite. I like this joke. Anyway, guy goes into a bar with a monkey. All right, and the monkey starts grabbing things and eating them. So he grabs like an olive, eats it. Right. He grabs like a cheesel, eats it. Runs over, grabs the cue ball off the billiard table and eats it. And the guy goes, the bummer goes, "Your monkey just ate the billiard ball." He goes, "Yeah, he eats anything. He's a crazy monkey." Anyway, I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. So he pays for it and leaves. 2 weeks later, the monkey comes back with the guy. The monkey starts running around the bar. This time, he grabs stuff, and before he eats it, he puts it up his bum. So he puts a peanut up his bum, and then he eats it
It puts a peanut.
up his bum,
Yeah.
and then he eats it. He puts a cherry up his bum, and then he eats it. And then the barman goes to him, why is he doing that now? He goes, well, ever since he had to pass that billiard ball, he's been measuring them first.
That's a good joke.
That's a good joke.
Some jokes, I can follow, but I can't.
Let's have Jack Johnson play us out. Here we go.
Don't do it.
Go, Jack.